police in your home?
I was coming around the corner and coming from the back room into the kitchen, and from the kitchen you can see where the front door is.
Okay.
I seen them standing inside my house looking at me.
Okay, was it daylight?
No, it was night.
It was nighttime. What time of night?
It was about 9 o'clock.
9 p.m. at night they came to your house?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have lights on in the house when they came in?
Yeah.
So they could clearly see you. There was no obstruction. There's nothing blocking their visibility to see that you, when you came towards them or when you came out, right?
Right.
Okay. When you first appeared in front of the officers, did you have any type of a weapon in your possession?
I had a knife on my belt that I carry all the time.
Okay, so it's basically a knife, a utility knife?
No, it's a hunting knife, but I let them know I had it.
Okay, so it's on your belt. It's a hunting knife, and was it in a holster or like some sort of container?
Yeah, it was just
A leather knife case?
Yeah.
Okay. Did it have a flap over the top, or was it something that didn't have a flap?
Yes, it had a flap with a heavy-duty snap.
Okay, so it had a flap with a snap. Was it snap closed?
Yes.
Okay. At any point during this encounter, at any time, did you ever reach for that weapon?
No, only when he asked me if I had any weapons on him, and I said yes. And I said I got a knife on my side, and I went to get it, and he stopped me right there, and he finished it. He got it from me.
Okay, so he
took it out of my sheath.
So then he took it out of the sheath, and what did he do with it? And when you say he, do you know which officer that was?
Bonovitz.
Bonovitz. Okay. So he took
he just set it right next to me.
Okay.
On a little table.
Okay, so he took the knife away from you, set it down on a table, and then tell me what happened next.
Then I think he picked it up and then gave it to Jonathan, the fellow that was there.
And that was another officer?
No, that was my eyewitness.
Okay, so Jonathan was your witness. He gave it to him?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and what happened next?
Then my son asked me what's going on, and I told him I'll probably be going to jail. And he was handcuffed me at the time, and then my son said he asked me if he could have a hug. And Bonovitz let me go give him a hug. And he went off crying, and then Bonovitz said he told me to get my boots and my jacket on. And as I went to get my jacket, which was a few steps from where I was at first, I went to put it on, and he was behind me. He grabbed my arm and flipped me around and said, "I'll do that." He wanted to search it. And
well, hold on. Let me stop you there. Excuse me. So he at some point takes the knife, puts it aside, or gives it to your friend, and then he tells you to go get your boots and a shirt on or a jacket on.
Jacket, yeah.
Okay. Now wait a minute. Did he instruct you? Did he tell you to go put the jacket on?
Yes.
He did. And why did he do that? Was it cold?
Yes, it was cold that night.
What was the temperature, if you know?
Oh, well, there was snow on the ground, I'm sure.
Okay.
But, maybe just start to snow, but I don't know. Yeah, it was January.
Okay, so it was in January. Okay. Did you have a shirt on at the time?
I had a shirt, yeah.
Okay, was it like a T-shirt, or was it a shirt with pockets?
Probably a long sleeve shirt. That's usually what I wear in the winter.
Okay, all right. So there were no other weapons other than the one that you told him you had, and he took that away from you, so you had no weapons. Now the situation with your jacket, he instructed you to go put it on, and then as you reached for the jacket, he interceded.
Yes, he grabbed my arm and spun me around to face him, saying that he will search it, or he will check it.
Okay, so you say he spun you around. Tell me exactly how he did that. Where were you standing, and how did he spin you around?
I was standing facing away from him, and he was right behind me, which I didn't know. I was just going to get my jacket, and I guess he was following right behind me because I barely got my arm on my jacket, and he was there. You know, he had my other arm, and I said, then I reached in and I grabbed my other jacket because there was another one in it. I went to get it and throw it because I didn't want to take that one.
Mm-hmm.
And it was seconds. You know, seconds. We were on the ground and.
Well, hold on. Let's go through these seconds because this is important. You say that you reached for the jacket. There was another jacket inside that jacket, and did you have your hand on both jackets? One of the jackets?
Yes, I had my hand on one and one on the other. It was actually a long sleeve button-up shirt I used for a liner.
Okay, I got you. All right. Now, was there anything in those jackets that could be considered a weapon?
No.
And were you trying to put the jacket on without his permission? Didn't he ask you to put the jacket on?
Yes, sir. He asked me to get my jacket, my boot jacket on, and that's what I was doing.
Okay, when he told you to put the jacket on, who else was in the area that would have heard this? Who else was in the room?
Jonathan Swain and Officer Johnson.
Okay. And did they say or do anything other than just watch what was taking place?
No.
Okay, they didn't do anything. They had nothing to do with it. So it was just between you and Officer Bonovich?
At the time, yeah.
Okay. So now you're reaching for the jacket. Officer Bonovich steps over, and what does he say to you just before he spins you around?
He said, I have to check that.
Okay. Did you try in any way to obstruct or prevent him from checking the jacket?
No.
Did you pull the jacket away from him?
All I was doing was separate the two. I do a quick jerk, and I let one release, and I do a quick jerk, and when that happens, it comes right out of the sleeve.
Okay, so basically you were just trying to separate the jackets, but you never tried to get into a, let's say, some sort of a tug-of-war where you snatched it away from the officer.
No, not at all.
Okay. All right, so now you're reaching for the jacket, and he says, no, let me do that, and then tell me what happened.
Then he grabbed me, we went to the floor, and then he told, I was in a field position, and he was saying, I'm going to put you down. And I said, no, you're not. But I didn't do anything. That's all I was doing. He wanted to put me face down. But he had already shown me that, you know, I didn't like his attitude or anything. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just making it where he couldn't put me down.
Okay, well, let me stop you there. When he said, I'm going to put you down, you were already on the ground, correct?
Right, I was on my knee. He wanted me on my face.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Now, he had already used some force against you. Were you afraid that he might do something worse?
I was very